So we're in Torrevieja again today. We're up by Los Locos Beach, which is just around the corner to Playa de Cura. A little bit quieter along here, but we've got some important things to let you know about, the do's and don'ts you don't do in Spain. And yeah, just before we start, if it's your first time to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a penny. And if you want to become a member, you can become a member down in the comments below. Buy me a coffee, support me. We've got these top quality key rings now we're giving away for all the members, and yeah, lovely key rings. We're going to be giving them to everyone that joins the channel and who supports me. So yeah, you just go down in the comments and you'll see that. But before we start, I'll just let everyone know, Mad Gringo, the stalker, we've finally got rid of him. He was stalking again yesterday with his racist comments on the channel. So Mad Gringo is now blocked, gone, finito. So we're not going to hear no more about this Mad Gringo. I don't know where he was from, whether he was from America, Spain, wherever, but yeah, he's completely gone. So we're going to tell you today about these things, these top 10 things you really need to know if you're in Spain. And the most important one, I'll be telling you that just at the end, which you must not do, which everyone does it in Spain. Literally everyone that's got a car does this in Spain, and you really need to know that one. So I'll let you know, but straight away we're going to kick straight in, and it's all to do with motoring. The police in Spain issue out about 10,000 euros just in motoring fines alone. 10,000, it's a lot of money, and that's in a year. So yeah, a few quid, eh? And a lot of people do these things, so we're going to go straight on. And number one, the things people do, they don't even know they're doing it, is actually when they're driving along and they're bibbing other motorists to move in the traffic or saying hello to their friends. This could cost you 80 euros fine. And it's the same with these people that drive along with their elbow out the window. That's going to cost you 80 euro fine. With your elbow out the window, no, not necessarily. So if the police see you with your elbow hanging right out the window, that's going to be a 2-pointer on your driving licence. And the other one a lot of people tend to do is go along with their music blaring, and the police reckon this actually affects your hearing when there's sirens and other traffic noise and you're not quite alert, you can't hear it. So anyone with their music blaring around in Spain in their cars, they'll actually get fined. So yeah, you probably find there's not many people that go around with their cars blaring the music and bibbing other people. But yeah, crazy. And flip-flops as well, that's another one. Cannot drive with flip-flops. I mean, that's common sense really. But yeah, they all carry fines, and some of these carry points. And another one, if you get caught with your phone in your hand, that's as classed as just being on your phone apparently, even if you're not using it. If they see you with a phone in your hand, you're going to get points for that and a fine for that as well. And talk about a bib, someone's just bibbed the router. 80 euros, cha-ting. And as for all you smokers that smoke and you get caught throwing a cigarette out the window, now that could cost you 6 points on your licence and a 500 euro fine. And that's what they class as litter in the streets. So yeah, I've seen plenty of people flick their cigarette butts out their car windows. But yeah, 6 points, a 500 euro fine, cha-ting. Yeah, another one as well. Not only getting caught throwing your cigarette butt out the window, but if you're caught lighting a cigarette while you're driving, or you get caught drinking a bottle of water while you're driving, that's going to cost you a couple of euros fine and a couple of points on your licence as well. Cool, if we was in England with all these 200 euro fines and points, there'd be no cars on the road. And another one, which is a lot of people do in England, they drive around with their shirts off when the hot weather in the summer. Well, if you get caught doing that, yeah, that's a cha-ting, another 200 euro fine. They do like the 200 euro fines. And this one annoys a lot of people when you're driving along and there's a load of cyclists and they're right hog in the middle lane near enough, and you really want to overtake. But if you overtake these cyclists and you're not leaving yourself a big enough distance, they're talking about 1.5 meters distance between you and the cyclist when you overtake. Yep, you got it, another fine for that as well. And they come down heavily on that one. They make sure you proper suffer with that. That's a 6-pointer as well as a 200 euro fine. So if you do overtake these cyclists, make sure you leave a big enough gap and you're well clear. This one's only a small fine. It's only an €80 fine, but a lot of people will do it. As you know, you come up to the traffic lights, and if you've got time to stop on amber, you're supposed to stop. If the police feel like you're not stopped when you should have stopped on amber, and you go through on amber, you can get an €80 fine. So yeah, their answer is not go too fast approaching the traffic lights, and then you allow yourself enough time to slow down while it's on amber. But yeah, if you speed through it on amber and you had a chance to stop, cha-ting, €80. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here along the front, anyway. You've got all these little restaurants and bars just before we come round to Playa de Cura beach. I mean, this little bit of the beach is a little bit rocky compared to where we just come from, Playa Los Lacocas down there. But I'm sure you, once we turn around this corner, that beach is going to be super busy. 30 degrees in May, absolute scorcher, blue skies. Sorry for everyone that's in England, anywhere else that's getting all this heavy rain. But yeah, we don't get any rain in Spain. If we do, it's a drizzle. So another one which don't tend to happen much nowadays, because all these cars now have built-in sat-navs. But if you've got an old car and you've got a sat-nav and you stick it to your window screen and it's actually blocking your view, that's going to be another couple of points, I'm afraid, and another €80 fine. And this one's an important one as well for all the little people that come over here in their British cars or wherever they're from, and they've got their car and its tax is expired and the MOT's expired, and you're not intending to take it back to the UK, and even sometimes you might have it sworn off the road. Well, if the police stop you and they check your car out and it ain't taxed or MOT, they'll take your car away, and that's a €1,000 fine. And they're pretty hot on that now as well. There was a little story about some bloke who was on holiday in his touring caravan. He went on holiday and he went down to his villa and he was staying for the 90 days, but the police had noticed he'd been there for a long time. They actually stopped him, and this chappie never had his driving licence changed over to Spanish. As you know, when you live in Spain since Brexit, you've got to have your driving licence changed over, and it's got to be done in Spanish, and it don't cost a lot, a couple of euros, a little medical test. And if you get caught driving and you ain't had your licence changed over, they come down with a big fine. And they took his tour away apparently, and yeah, a big all to go really, with the local embassy and the government and the Spanish government, and it all because the bloke said he was on holiday here and he was only staying for 90 days, and the police wasn't really informed about it. They just took it, he'd been here a long time and he was actually living here in his motorhome and not having a correct licence on him. But yeah, they do clamp down, I'm afraid. You've got to make sure, if you're living here, make sure you change your licence over. Look at this, eh? Yeah. And you think that's busy, give it another month or so, you won't be able to get a space on that beach. Yeah, just before I get on to the last one, which is a really important one, you'll see, look, we've got the Petanca Club up here as well. They're here all the time, every day, the old little Petanca Club here. They love it, the old Spanish. But yeah, before we get on to the last one, what people need to know is in Spain, you can't generalise everything and think in all of Spain eat paella and all the Spanish people speak Spanish. It's not true. And all the Spanish have flamenco dancing. No, I'm afraid it ain't, and it really annoys the Spanish as well, because Spain's got so many different cultures and it's got so many different areas. You've got Galicia, which speak their own language, and you've got the Catalonia, speaks their own language. So you've got the Madridians down here, down in Torrevieja, they speak completely different. So yeah, you've got all these different regional languages and cultures. Paella's only famous in certain parts of Spain, and the flamenco's famous in other parts of Spain as well. So yeah, they're all different cultures in different areas. So you shouldn't just generalise all of Spain having all these things. And another thing, when you're in a restaurant, when you got your bread, apparently you don't put your bread on your plate. They put the lump of bread, wherever they've got, right next to the knife and fork on the table. Yeah, it might not seem very healthy and hygienic, but yeah, that's what they say. They don't put their bread on a plate, they stick it right on the side of the thing, and then they just pick it up and they use it like a utensil, like you would your knife, fork and spoon, just on the side of the table. So that's all the things you need to know about Spain. But now we're on an important one, and this one is one we all do, and this is what it is. So what you need to do, you need to come to one of these car washes place, costs €1 basically, and you give it a good old wash. Otherwise you're going to get fined between €30 and €3,000 if you get caught cleaning in the street. Really simple. Chuck €1 in, stick €1 in now. €1 in there will give you 1 minute. So there you go, €3 gives you almost 5 minutes, gives you a countdown. So stick 3 in, you'll get the wash, you get the rinse and you get the wax. 5 minutes in a car wash, you can stay legal. Look at that, nice and clean. So yeah, that is all the things, the do's and don'ts in Spain. A lot of it to do with driving, of course, but like you see, the car wash, €30 to £3,000 fine. And all you got to do is take in a car wash like I just showed you. So yeah, if you like what you're seeing today, subscribe, and remember you can buy me a coffee, you can support the channel, and you can get one of these beautiful key rings by becoming a member. And they're scanned very fast.